Hello everyone, this is Kathryn Burke. I am interviewing author Nancy Popovich. Nancy has penned the very interesting ghostly mystery entitled Malice Murder. Nancy, you are a Canadian living on the far western part of the country. How on earth did it come to be that your latest book was situated in Britain?
My main characters are British and they're childhood friends, so it was a no-brainer. It had to be in England. And we've traveled England by train and enjoyed it immensely. I wrote my very first murder mystery while I was in England on the train.
One of the curious aspects for me was your in-depth knowledge of the British criminal justice system. How did you gain that knowledge?
Luck. A LinkedIn member posted his website, which is for fiction writers that want to include the British police in some way, shape, or form. And it's most informative about the correct way of police procedures there, which is very different from North America. So I did contact this man and I asked him many questions, and he was kind enough to reply, and he even read the book. And gave me even more pointers. So I'm pretty certain that it's as accurate as a poetic license will allow. His name is West Yorkshire retired Police Inspector Kevin Robinson.
That's very interesting. It's amazing the resources that we're able to find online, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. It just opens up an entire new world. Whatever you want to know, you can find out. Mind you, I often think that if someone was peeking in on some of the things that occur in the books, for instance, I did a lot of research on brainwashing, they might be kind of curious about why.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the writing process then. How is it that you begin or launch into a book?
An idea.
An idea.
An idea. And then the idea kind of bounces around in my brain, and then I kind of think of characters that'll go with it, and the story arc, the beginning, the middle, the end, sometimes pivotal scenes. And once that comes to be, I used to be a pantser. I used to just sit down and start typing. But now I make an outline. It shows me where I need research. It shows me sometimes where I could improve my thought process. But it can't be inflexible because when you're writing, sometimes things flow. And it just occurs that it's better than what you thought or wrote down to begin with. So you have to be able to incorporate something new that comes up.
Well, a question not just pertaining to Malice and Murder, but to all of your books. Do you find that sometimes your characters take on a life of their own and go in directions that you hadn't originally envisioned?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They do their thing. And I think that's why I held on so long to not writing an outline. I thought it might kind of thwart that freedom that comes about sometimes when you write. But the opposite is true. If it just allows you less editing at the end.
Well, let's talk about editing. How do you go about the editing process? I assume that you need to do what all writers do, and that's get out the proverbial cyber red pen and begin the editing process.
You do edit all the way along, but I have I use what's called beta readers. They read the book once I've got it to almost a final draft, so to speak. And oftentimes they find holes that I've left or inconsistencies, so that's very good. And once that is corrected and taken care of, I send it away to be professionally edited. I have a wonderful editor. His name is Jeff Hansen. JP Hansen editing.com, I think is what his address is. And he's just wonderful. It's a positive experience. His suggestions make so much sense, and it's fresh eyes. It's a different perspective, and it's actually the perspective of a reader. And what we want to do is give the reader a polished, finished book, an easy-to-read book without gaping holes or terrible mistakes.
Well, thank you very much. I have been speaking to Nancy Popovich. Nancy's been sharing some of the information and about her writing process. Thank you very much. We will have more from Nancy Popovich in clips to come.
Thank you.